Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I've got a cute little small project for you, which is this one, which is a bag. This is a tiny little pocket bag for your cell phone charger, and also that will hang on top of the socket like so. It's super simple and super easy. I hope you like this project, and this will make a great little gift for Christmas and birthdays and other occasions. And you could make loads of these from your old denim and recycle the jeans. Okay. In some of my previous videos, I've shown you a lot of recycled denim projects where we only use the main part of the denim and jeans, and we don't use the pockets. So this is how you could make use of your leftover pockets and make cute little gifts and a little back tidy for yourself as well. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. To complete this project, you need 2 pieces of denim pockets, and I have actually cut it off along with the fabric, not just pockets. So when you cut out 2 pieces of the pocket, usually when you put them together like so, they will be identical, because even though the shape may not match perfectly when you kind of fold it, the shape will match from each of the pockets. So just make sure they're in the right kind of, the corners are matching. And what we're going to do is we are going to go and fold it, and this distance between the pocket and to the edge of your fabric should be just enough so that your edge of your foot will sit, and we can sew this together. So we're going to fold it like so. I'm going to do it from the right side and then steam press it. Same way we're going to do this side as well. And now fold the entire length, just going by the line of the pocket. Now we're going to do this as well. Once you've done that, we don't need all this bulk, because if you cut it off before you actually fold it, you may not fold it right, and it's kind of difficult, because then if you got lycra in the denim, then it will start kind of shift, it will start stretching. So I find it best to do it this way, and it's easier. So now we're just going to cut this extra bit off, because we've got the fold line. And it just makes it easier. And all you do is now go back and from the opposite side and press it again. If you have got a lot of fabric here, at least about 1 inch wide, then you could just fold it and stitch it. Usually you won't get that, because soon after the seam from the back hip line, you get the pocket just underneath there. So you may be lucky to get 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch. So go ahead and prepare this side of the pocket as well, exactly the same. So when you put them together like so, it should match perfectly. Okay, so I'll prepare that and then come back and show you the next step. Okay, here I have folded it at the back as well and the front. Now all we need to do is just go and place the pockets one on top of the other, so it's matching perfectly. The edges of the pocket is where you need to kind of feel your fingers and just make sure they're both are matching. And this fold is where we're going to sew, and that is the stitching line, because if you go too close to the edge of the pocket, sometimes it will jump, because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers that it's got to kind of, it won't sew through 6 layers, but your presser foot needs to go on top of 6 layers. So if it's got a flat surface, it's a lot easier to sew. So I'm going to pin this. We're going to go and sew from here. Don't worry about making it straight right away. We'll do it in a minute. So we're going to sew from here, there, and all the way till here, starting and finishing with a back stitch. So I'm going to place it like so in the center, and finished sewing, so I'm just going to go and trim, leaving about 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'll trim the rest of it off. So now we're going to turn this over. You can put a top stitch, but it is not necessary. And now if you go to straighten this out, you can do that if you want to, but I'm not going to cut exactly. I'm just going to trim this so both the sides are straight and proper. And now what we're going to do is we're going to bind this with a bias binding and do a little hook like thing. So that could be either stitched onto your pockets or it could be stitched onto the main fabric as well. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off like so, leave about 1/2 inch there. We're going to go all the way around and then come back and join it somewhere in the center, and then we will do a little loop. So when I go to the sewing machine, I want to do all the job together. So that is probably more than enough just for the back to hang for your cell phone and the charger to fit in. So let me just take about 1 inch more, and just going to trim that off. When I go to the sewing machine, I'll fold it and stitch on both the sides, so that makes a nice loop which is going to go on like that. Okay, so let me go to the sewing machine and see how to finish this. Okay, I'm going to fold my loop and sew the loop first, so let me just do that. So now we're going to go and bind this. You could start off just holding it like that, but then the end will not finish properly. So what I'd like to do is just open it up, leave about 1 inch at the starting point. And at this stage, probably remove your gauge there, and then this would fit in quite easily and it's easy to sew. So I'm going to go like that. I'm sewing on the fold. At this stage, you could either start putting your loop in here, which might be neater. So let me just go ahead and put my loop inside there and then just sew on top, so it's all kind of neatly finished. Okay, when I come to where the fabric is, I'm just going to fold it like so and see how much of seam allowance I need, about 1/2 inch. I trim whatever I don't need. So basically you could either go and join it, but it's not really necessary because it's such a small project. You could just fold this bit and fold this on the top, and I'm just going to go and sew. Oops, what I forgot is that we should have done this one the other way around. So basically, let me just go ahead and open a little bit of seam there and attach it inside here. Okay, I've just unpicked a little bit of seam. So remember there it was. We're gonna turn this over and bring it in here and just close that stitch. So now we're going to go and trim a little bit of this seam allowance because that will be too bulky. So I'm trimming about half of the seam. So just go ahead and do it all around. Okay, the seams are now trimmed. So lift this one up like so. And now we're going to go back to the starting point where the fold is. Fold this over into half. And just make sure that it kind of edges the fabric in here, and we're going to go and sew a top stitch. It is a little bit fiddly, but this just gives you like a neat finish. starting point, sew a little extra and finish. So there you have it. Your cell phone charger bag is ready. Put your cell phone in, and that goes into the socket, and all your wires, all your lead and everything else can sit inside. You could either put it here or put it there. Well, I've just put a couple of pins here because my cell phone's too small and will go inside and disappear. But you don't need it because you know the size of your cell phone. So this one is also good for a tablet, I think for about a 7-inch tablet as well. So neat little simple project. You could also make this as a gift to your friends and family.